All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your God Bless One, DJ Bless One, that is. Turn up the music a little bit some more. We'll keep the music right here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see the Travis Scott situation kind of took another turn. Quite possibly so, a turn that's churning, if it makes sense. Now, what we do know is the events that transpired with the Travis Scott Astroworld, which over 8 confirmed people have now died due to rushing of the stage, rushing of the floor. You know, a stampede, you would like to call it. But there's a lot of things in this that I'm a little skeptic on, and I don't want to say things to be insensitive. We're going to look at some of them, and we're going to go over them. And before we just speak on, you can look at these clips as I'm giving commentary. And if you want to watch this video without commentary, go to my other video I just uploaded on this in my playlist at I Smoke Hip Hop Live YouTube channel. Now, let's hit that like button and start the show. Now, they're telling you a whole lot of things happened during this incident. Some things that I'm a little bit skeptic, but I want to be, again, respectful. Now, Travis Scott, we know Kylie was there during the event. They were seeing their loyal fans and supporters. They haven't been around them for a while since the pandemic hit. So a lot of the things streaming from that is fans anticipating to see one of the greatest shows you could see, which is the Astroworld Festival in Houston. You know, Travis Scott, I like to call him the Drake of Houston, Texas alone, the Drake of Texas, and you're gonna get a mass crowd. You had over 50,000 people, and that's just what they had on paper. That doesn't go for the uncounted and people out there and bum rushing the floors and all that. So I'm guessing the estimate, like one journalist, Richard Perks, said it was probably over 90,000 there for an estimated predicted of 50,000. So you already had full max capacity. Now they're saying crowds were surging. At least 8 people are dead and many others who were injured. Now, those injured included a lot of people, ranging from the ages of 10 years old all the way to 68 years old. And there's a lot of casualties sustained from this situation. Now, what's sad about it is the whole situation could have been avoided if they listened to head notes of, I don't want to say his name, but it's Richard Sear. I'm not going to read the whole thing yet until we get over this. Now, listen, the injured happened around 9 p.m. Central, officials said. The crowd, for whatever reason, began to push and surge, you know what I'm saying, towards the front of the stage, which caused the people in the front to be compressed. They were unable to escape that situation. Pena told CNN. I know CNN, right? Now, concert goers shared their opinions. Numerous people in attendance for Scott's performance have shared their experience. Madine Eskin said an intensive care unit was there. Now, I wanted to go over one of the fans who was speaking on the incident, who had a lot to say on it. His notes were taken serious. He gave a full detail on what actually happened when they were there. He gave the details all the way leading to who was pushing and the scores of. Now let's go to Houston team and watch those witnesses who are going to give grave details into what happened.
I know none of us got hurt, but we saw a lot of people like pass out and just get injured.
So describe it for me. Tell me where you guys were at and then what started happening.
Well, like before it even started, like people were like shoving and like pushing, and you could tell like, oh, this is gonna get crazy. And I think Don Tolliver was like the first set that I was like, yo, like I'm kind of scared for my life at this moment. There, it felt like a million people there at once, like people just like passing out and like you could barely catch your breath.
So the guy over there was telling me about that.
Yeah, it just like it was kind of like people would push forward, and then like the people at the fence, you know, they didn't want to get pushed all the way squished, and so they'd push back, and so you just kind of like moving back and forth, and then people would start moshing, you know, they open up a circle, and then people start pushing back and forth, and so like a lot of people don't want to do that, but there's also a lot of people that want to mosh, so you know, people want to stay because it's Travis, that's like one of their favorite artists, but then you know, they get hurt or injured, and then you see like the people, the medical team trying to like help people out, And then there's also a lot of people that, you know, were being ignorant and just like stomping and like not caring about the people that fell down. And so there's just a lot of both sides of that.
So tell me, did you guys see people on the ground, like people actually fall out?
Yeah,
we were like,
We tried helping people.
Tell me about that.
I mean, there was a person that fell, and everyone was trying to pick him up, but the crowd was too tight. So it was kind of like trying to pick him up. But so we had to like push people away, and then we were like, 3 of us would grab him up at once because they couldn't get up themselves.
Yeah, it was just a mess. Just in general, everybody would. Somebody fell, they're like, try and push, open, no, and then people just kept on. It was like.
Now, there's a narrative brewing out there. People are saying that Travis Scott was still singing and performing while people were on the ground, while people were falling down. He said, yeah, people were still singing the anthems and all that. And I don't know, because I seen a video of Travis actually telling people to slow down and stop or whatever, but that was before the stampede. That, because you guys got to understand, prior to this bum rush and people doing whatever they were doing out there, a lot of people at these Astroworld concerts usually pass out, so they have tents set up already. Yes, that's right. The whole Travis Scott team had tents already set up with medical teams and all that, because this is the norm at his concerts. I think a lot of you guys forgot the gentleman who got paralyzed jumping off one of the balcony areas in hopes of being caught, because that's what people like to do. They jump and get caught up or whatever in a wave. I forgot what you call it, but you know, it's I'm not judging. It's a young kind of situation, and I get it, but you got to do it safely, and unfortunately there is no safety with the young ones. And you see what you see today, a mass mashup and a masquerade full of juvenile fun that leads to juvenile activities that end up in juvenile violent educational purpose charges. You know what I mean? Charges are going to be implicated here, especially with a lot of people already throwing Travis' name into it, saying Travis is responsible because, you know, it's his situation. I already could see lawsuits are going to be formed, especially when they're talking about people are still performing while people were dying. I mean, that's gonna get to people a lot, that part alone, if that's even true. I'm not saying it's true. All this is allegedly. There's a lot going on with this, man. It's a whole lot. I guess you gotta be people who were there, like these witnesses over here. The most I can say is just get feedback from me being a journalist and listening in onto what others who were in this situation are saying. And I'm guessing you guys are probably doing the same, if not more and beyond. But Travis Scott and Kylie, I'm pretty sure nobody hopes people get into this type of scenario. You kind of feel for them in the sense of, man, talk about the pandemic's kind of going down a little bit. People are going out more. People are frequently going as a group now. So this was like not just a profitable situation. If you're an artist like Travis Scott, he already has the financial, you know, better means. I'm pretty sure he was more thrilled and excited to see his fans, to see a whole lot of people come about to share that night with him. It was a good moment. It was a great moment until the things transpired. Now, I want people to understand, when you make these guys into deities, false gods or whatever, you get in these scenarios where your anxiety kicks in. You don't know how to behave because this is the person you look up to. This is the person you see on the television screen. So in your eyes is just an amazement, and you feel like no other person knows how you feel. They're not connected the way you're connected to Travis Scott. They're not connected to that connection you have and you built up for a whole lot of years, whether it was decades, if not more. It's a generational gap, some might say, but not necessarily. It's a spiritual mean that you feel embodied with this guy, but that can lead you to be to the point where you're dead inside. You're a zombie-like creature walking by, and there's no awareness to the surroundings and where you're at the moment. Case in point, people are bum rushing, people are, you know, rushing through even young people at the ages of 10 years old and not even caring, and they're trampling them. And it's like, you gotta say to yourself, man, what, are they high? Are they taking some type of shrooms? I don't know. I think it's beyond that. I think it's with the thrill of what I said earlier, of seeing someone you look up to, and it's anxiety that comes in like, wow, I'm finally seeing my idol, and I'm meeting this person, and maybe it's a It's an aura that they have that no one else can really explain, and that aura leads you to doing certain things, leads you to becoming something that you didn't think you would become. And now you're part of that glow, you're part of that aura that comes with being the celebrity life. And these are the things that succumb. Unfortunately, Travis Scott is gonna face a hurdle of hills he's gonna have to jump over during the magnification of this, because it's hidden everywhere internationally. I mean, who's not speaking about this right now? I mean, Travis Scott, that's who he is. So this situation is kind of expected to go a little bit badly left. Look, man, I mean, God bless one. Thank you for watching another episode of I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Like I always truly say, love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed, gang. Stay blessed. This world is not promised tomorrow. For if you thinking in fast forward to tomorrow life, you're skipping past through the every seconds and little moments that matter. So stay alert, stay alarmed, stay dangerous out here, ladies and gentlemen. Be on your pivots and your P's and Q's so you don't fall down. Salute. Hit that like button, share this video on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Salute. I'm DJ Blessed One. Love your family, love your kids. Stay blessed.